Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And we're back with another edition of Pots and Shots with TELCLOUD. Jake Jacoby of TELCLOUD, thank you for joining me again.
Thank you, Doug.
So, we're on this very interesting journey about Pots and Shots, about the need to replace something like 1 billion lines of POTS gear, POTS lines with something different. TELCLOUD's been to explaining their ideas and their take on this, which has been really interesting, one by one. Today, we're going to be talking about Tales from the Road, global momentum for POTS replacement. So, Jake, this is actually not just a California thing or a Texas thing. This is like a global thing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so obviously we started in the United States, addressing the problem. I've been in this industry for about 10 years now. TELCLOUD's been around for 5 years, really enabling our reseller partners to go out there and provide the best solution to their customers. In the United States, there's about 130 million lines left to be converted. About 100, 105 of those are in the residential space, and about 25 million are in the commercial space, which is what we focus on. But globally, this is a problem. There's over 1 billion lines of copper phone lines that still will go away over the next, 5 to 10 years. And so, we've had great success here in the United States, but then we've also had demand to bring our solution globally. I built the network and built our platform to be global right out of the gate, and that served us well. We're now in multiple countries, obviously in the United States. We're in Canada, we're in Mexico, we've been pulled into Europe, in Germany, the UK, and expanding other places around the world. So we're very excited about the growth. We're very excited about our carrier partners, our channel partners, our MSPs that are out there helping this conversion. And TELCLOUD is becoming this global carrier to be able to power that back end of this copper transformation. So we're excited about it.
Now, I know we're talking about global, but I do want to just pause for a second. You mentioned Canada, you mentioned Mexico. So many of our partners and so many of their customers are bound to have operations on both sides of the border.
They are. Yeah.
Is that on its own an opportunity, something to focus on?
No, absolutely. Obviously there's a massive opportunity here just in the United States. And like I said, that's where we started. And, we have over 250 different channel partners that are pretty big companies that are out there, replacing this. But what happens is when you start working with some of the customers that they're working with, those happen to be international companies.
Right.
And those international companies have different locations and they have to deal with, international POTS lines or copper lines for whatever reason. And so when it comes to cellular connectivity, you work with different carriers, things like that. But it's definitely an opportunity, and it's something that TELCLOUD can help with when it comes to this copper transformation, the pairing with fixed wireless access and internet, and providing these services to your customers.
Now, you recently came back from a meeting with partners from around the world. What's your takeaway from that event?
Yeah, so it's neat to see it. It helps us kind of understand. I mean, the copper infrastructure, the core is the same. There's nuance in each country. There's regulations that have to be met. There's dial tones, there's dial plans. And so like I said, TELCLOUD has been built for this, and that was our vision at the very beginning. But we have a very big customer in Germany, that the carrier in Germany, won't say who it is, you know who it is. But again, they've been converting copper lines since 2014, but still there's hundreds of thousands of lines that need to happen over the next couple of years. And so they chose TELCLOUD as their partner, the carrier there, to bring this solution. Same opportunity in the UK. So there's opportunities in Asia Pacific as well. We do, our devices have been engineered to work globally. So there's just a lot of opportunity. We see a lot of opportunity down in South America as well, and then also Mexico, Canada. So
And you guys basically have a footprint globally. You
we
basically
do.
can offer this in many places.
We do. The beauty of what in technology and partnerships that we have today allows us to scale globally very quickly. So again, one is you have to have a mindset of building the network that way. But give you a little background. I'm a technology guy. I've always been software as a service. And back in 2001 to 2006, I ran the third largest email filtering company in the world. And back then we had to buy data center space and buy servers and have redundancy and rack and stack it all and spend many a nights in data centers and freezing and trying to get that network up. And so we built 8 different data centers around the world. Well, today you don't have to do that, right? You've got partners like Amazon that can get you a global footprint, and then even footprints like government. Like we have a FedRAMP solution that is hosted with AWS GovCloud, so that we can meet the needs of not only the strictest government regulations all the way to being able to provide in-country services in a Germany or a UK. So it's nice to be able to, partner with organizations like that see this. The world is very small nowadays, and so it's being able to have that redundancy and actually in country network and just expand that. And be able to monitor it and have different data centers around the world. It's very exciting.
And it sounds like I was going to ask you about pain points, but you're talking about these issues that we've got copper shutdowns, which U.S. customers probably are experiencing, or sort of de
Absolutely.
facto shutdowns where they push the price sky high,
That's right.
regulatory pressure, and of course infrastructure delays.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of those things are happening. And again, here it's top of mind and with the FCC and the carriers, the top carriers in the United States. Other countries, it's different, right? So some of it is government backed, and it's a slower shutdown. But again, the entire world has been moving towards fiber, towards cellular connectivity, wireless connectivity, and now satellite, right? So if you look at what Elon's doing, he's creating this global network of connectivity. So that is the future. And this aging copper infrastructure is going away, sometimes faster, and sometimes it's going to be a long tail. But having legacy platforms and legacy systems that rely on that old copper technology that aren't necessarily going away is where TELCLOUD, kind of has that fit, right? Being able to service the legacy equipment with technology, today's technology that is still backward compatible, to be able to provide what an analog line used to do, but a much higher reliability, much higher, availability of service, so that those customers can continue to maintain and have the systems that they have in place and have the reliability that they've been accustomed to.
So Jake, this is actually our 20th episode. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on your durability,
It's been
on
fun, yeah,
putting up with my questions for 20 times. 20 times 20 minutes, 20 times 15 minutes. It's a lot.
yeah.
And we've been today talking, of course, about the international issues and so on. But any reflections so far on what's happening before we get into the shots part of our podcast?
Yeah, and I got a special one for the shots on from one of my trips that we'll show you in a second. But it's been fantastic, right? It was kind of it's funny when we came up with this. The marketing team came up with this idea of pots and shots. Everything knew I was a tequila guy, but it's been education for me as well to go out and research some new tequilas and push the edge and talk about technology. I think we're doing it in a very fun format. I enjoyed talking to you, Doug, and exploring these, different questions, and sometimes these hard questions that, people don't necessarily think about or talk about. And I think it helps, we're educating people. So it's exciting. I love doing this, and looking forward to the next 20 episodes and see where this takes us.
So now we get to the shots part of our podcast. But this one is a special one. This podcast is about international, and I think you have a video queued up for us
I do.
from when you were in Shanghai.
Yes, yes. So go ahead and play the video. But this is a little while ago when I was in Shanghai meeting with some partners. Today, I've got a very special tequila for you, and I'm actually in a very special place. I'm in Shanghai, China, as you can see here from my room. Beautiful view out here. Shanghai is a massive city. Buildings go on forever right here near the river. But I knew that I was going to be traveling, so I brought some tequila with me. So today, what I have is Arete. It's the Gran Clase Extra Añejo. So what this is, you can see this here, this bottle right here. It's a beautiful bottle. It's an Extra Añejo, so it's been aged. This one, 4 years in white oak American barrels. So it's got a very rich flavor. It's definitely a sipping tequila. It's a very high-end tequila. I actually brought it for one of our partners out here and as a gift. So we're going to be enjoying this tonight. So I thought I'd shoot this before I drank it, but we'll be enjoying this tonight. But definitely, if you see this, you can find it online. Again, Arete, Arette. This is the Gran Clase Extra Añejo. Beautiful bottle, great. It's each one is individually numbered. You can see that number on the bottle. But anyways, thought I'd just bring that to you today, and hope you enjoy it.
So that was interesting.
Yeah,
that was a before shot, I think.
That was a before shot. That bottle is now empty. So
Yeah.
yes, so we have some manufacturing partners out there, some really good partners. They have offices all over the world, but one of their offices is in Shanghai. So we had some good meetings. They're always gracious hosts, and so we like to bring something special. It's very, very difficult to find tequila in China. And the tequilas that they have aren't that great. So it's nice to bring a very nice bottle like that. So we bring a few different bottles. They always reciprocate and bring us gifts. So here's one of the bottles that this is like a Chinese wine. It's more like pure alcohol. So just one of the gifts that they give us, they give us these things all the time, or they drink with us. There's a pretty big drinking culture there in China. But yeah, great relationships, great partners, all over the world. Right. So it's nice to, in the theme of this podcast of, international, there's opportunities all over this world, and, TELCLOUD's happy to be a part of it. We've made a lot of good, friends and partners and relationships. And so we're excited to grow with all of you. So,
Well, this has been really interesting. And I think you brought home the basically, this is a global opportunity. There's literally a billion lines to be replaced. I think a big takeaway for partners that global can also just simply mean you can also help Canada. You can also
that's
help
right.
Mexico. You can help a
Absolutely.
customer that in California or Texas or New Mexico, Arizona, probably has sites and locations in Mexico. Maybe they also have business in Canada. And
That's
the
right.
same issues are facing them, but also many companies in the US that you may already be dealing with may have locations in United Kingdom or in Asia or everywhere you go.
That's right. Absolutely. So, and TELCLOUD's back, here to help you navigate that and provide the back end service, and just, have those conversations with you so that, see how we can help those customers.
So for people that are seeing this podcast as their first podcast of the series, we literally have 19 other podcasts up on our website in this series. We're talking about all this, the POTS replacement from every standpoint. Next time, join us. We're going to be talking about the hidden costs of doing nothing, and that slices both ways. Could be a big cost for your customer, big opportunity loss for you. But for now, Jake, thank you for joining me again, and I'll look forward to hearing about hidden costs.
Thank you very much, Doug. And remember, you can always, if you're looking for more information, you can get us at telcloud.com or 844-900-2270. I've really enjoyed these first 20 episodes and looking forward to the next. So see you next time, Doug. Thank you.